Bro, this video has to be clickbait, because what about operators like Vigil, Dokkaebi, or no, not Dokkaebi, Vigil, Nook, Deimos? Like, this has to be clickbait, right?
Welcome back, hope we're all having a wonderful day and we're all doing well. So over the years since the original launch of Rainbow Six Siege, many of the operators have had their faces revealed, and it seems like not a lot of people seem to know this. So this video is going to be a comprehensive list.
No! There's no way every op's been revealed. Like, you're talking about Nook?
Of the face reveal of every operator in Rainbow Six Siege. And I do quickly ask, if this is your first time on the channel and you haven't subscribed already, then be sure to hit the sub button. It's free, it takes 2 seconds, and I'm trying to hit 100k by the end of the year, and I need all the support.
Bro, there's no way.
You can always unsub in the future if you end up not liking me. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So starting off, we have Kapkan. Kapkan is an operator who has had his face concealed since the launch of Rainbow Six Siege. And to this date, he has not received any headgears which show his face. However, there is one official look that we have of his face, and this was actually in the concept art for the operator Finka.
Oh nah, this guy's like an FBI detective. You found out how Kapkan looks through the concept art of Finka?
And this concept art depicts a scene of where Finka gets her scar across her face, which she got accidentally when training with Kapkan. And in this concept art, we get to see Kapkan's face. Yes, it isn't as in-depth as seeing a fully modern headgear in-game, but as it currently stands, this is the only glimpse of Kapkan's face we have ever received, so right now, it's the best we've got. Next up, we have Tachanka, once again another operator who has had his face concealed since the launch of the game, and he has not received any headgears which show his face. That being said though, in one of the old CGI animations for the Outbreak event, we do get a somewhat decent look at his face, more specifically his eyes and the surrounding area, and I do really like the concept art by, I believe this was done by Sunstark, who was a community artist, and then she was actually hired by Ubisoft to become a concept artist, and she is the reason why Lion looks how he looks.
That's how Tachanka?
And we'll get into that later in the video as well. And I really like her vision of Tachanka, and I really hope if we do get his official face reveal one day, that he does look along the lines of this. Now, just like the previous two, Glaz was released as well, but this was since changed with his elite skin, where his headgear fully reveals his face. This is currently the only time we've ever seen his face. He's not in any of the animations, and this is the only headgear they've ever done like this as well. So hopefully they start making more headgears in the future which include his face, because I'll be honest, I'm a bit tired of the basic recolors of his default headgear. Fuse is also along the same lines of Glaz as well.
Okay, there's no way you found Fuse's face, like.
Elite skin, it was revealed in one of the battle pass headgears for Fuse, which kind of took everyone by
surprise. Oh no, wait, I forgot about this. Yeah, this is how Fuse looks.
Because we weren't really expecting it. However, just like Glaz, they haven't made any more headgears which show off his face for some reason, rather just keep making default recolors.
I think I just forgot about this because I don't think I've played Fuse in like 3 years.
Or ones that still cover his face. We do get to see his face once again in a comic book where he trains with Nighthaven for a little bit. But again, other than that, it's only really that headgear. Next up, we have IQ. A lot of you probably know this one. IQ's face was revealed with her elite skin, and she has since been seen.
Oh my god, just fart on me. Holy mother of... Just fart on me. Holy crap!
In CGI animations as well, and other forms of animations. Her face isn't really that much of a secret, and again, they have made multiple headgears as well where it does show her face, and it isn't just limited to the elite headgear. Blitz is along the same lines of IQ as well. The face was revealed in the elite skin, if I'm not wrong, and he has other headgears which also show off his face, and he has also appeared in the CGI animation.
Alright bro, listen, where's Vigil? Where's Nook? That's why I'm here.
With his face shown off. So yeah, Blitz's face is something that we've watched for quite a while now, and it is pretty cool. Bandit is once again another operator's face that we have learned. Bandit is a really cool one, possibly one of my favorite elite skins in the game. Of course, this does reveal his face. He also has a few other headgears which show off his face as well. One of them where he's wearing a hat, and another one where he's wearing a hat. They like to put a lot of hats on him with his face revealed, and his face was actually shown off all the way at the beginning of the reveal of of Rainbow Six Siege as well, when it was showing a few documents.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. That's so sick. So they revealed Bandit's face at the beginning of the game.
And it had a picture of Bandit, and of course we would go on to see his face more when they started releasing more skins.
Good find.
Now, despite being one of the most popular operators in the game and in the lore itself, Jaeger quite simply has never had his face revealed.
Shut up. Are you actually gonna put up a picture of Jaeger's face?
There's not been any hints at it, they've never shown off anything about it, and who knows if they'll ever show it off in the future. Rook, again, is another operator whose face doesn't really—
Oh, wait! Oh, so they're saying, like, there's no pictures of Jaeger's face.
get shown off much in headgears, but it was revealed in his elite headgear. But again, outside of the elite headgear, they haven't really done much with it, and he's not really been seen much outside of the headgear either. But the headgear did reveal his face, so it is still pretty cool. Now, Doc is a very interesting one. He is, of course, a very prominent character in the lore. He is the leader of the Wolfguard squad, and Doc is very interesting because it seems like ever since he got his face reveal, and I believe this was in the Outbreak animation, Ubisoft have made their best effort.
Yo, Doc actually mogs. Oh my goodness. Doc mogs.
To make the face reveal of Doc be more prominent than his default. Just like I said with Fuse, yes, we have seen a face reveal of him, but for the most part, you'll still see him with a mask.
I don't want to be annoying, but where are Vigil and Nook? That's why I'm watching this video.
And helmet covering his face, whereas when it comes to Doc, it seems like going forward, he will always try to be unmasked, and a lot of that is reflected in his headgears and how he is shown off in the lore. Now, Twitch is a character whose face was
Down, boy. Down!
never massively a mystery. Her default did kind of
There may or may not be a party in my underpants right now.
show off most of her face. Her face was shown off with some headgear, specifically the elite headgear, and she has also appeared in some animations as well. But still another operator I think deserves more headgears where more of her face is shown, because he can do quite a few cool things with it. Now, Monty is an operator who has never had his face revealed via headgear in-game,
Aura.
and he hasn't appeared in any of the animations as well. However, going back to that very original reveal trailer,
There's a Monty face reveal. You're trolling.
where we saw Bandit's face originally, we can also see the full face of Montagna.
What the fuck? How did I miss this? This is how Monty looks? It makes sense. His eyes look identical. Bro, how did I miss this?
Yeah. However, after this, they have never shown his face again, and we're still waiting to get a full headgear which shows off his face in the future, but for now, this little image is all we have of Monty. Thermite isn't an operator whose face was massively concealed. Yes, he had goggles and a helmet, but it has been since shown off plenty of times, but it isn't really a massive secret, and I'm sure you have all seen his face before. This is also the case with most of the FBI operators. Of course, Pulse, he just wears
Cardiac.
sunglasses. We've seen him without the sunglasses as well. Castle, again, he has his headgear removed multiple times, especially his elite skin. You can see him without any gear on. And Ash is now more commonly seen
Bro, where's Vigil and Nook?
without sunglasses and a cap in the story than she is with them. Thatcher had his face revealed with his elite skin, and just
Fun fact about Thatcher, oldest operator in the Rainbow Six Siege force.
like many of the operators after they get their face revealed, this is their main look in the story itself, and there has been plenty of headgears as well to replicate this, and Thatcher is one of the most recognizable faces in the game itself. Now, Smoke is an operator whose face reveal came quite recently. It came last year in
Oh yeah, I remember this.
the Sisters in Arms cinematic. At the end, he fully reveals his face by
See, okay, Smoke has a lot of aura.
taking off his mask.
Unexpected Mog, I'm not gonna lie.
And since then, there has been a new headgear which shows
Yeah, Smoke Mogs.
his face. This was in the Brittle Swarm Battle Pass, but as it currently stands, I believe this is his only in-game headgear which shows off his face.
Yo, Chad, so is that haircut considered like a skin fade? Is that haircut popular in England?
You can probably expect to see more of it in the future.
It is, right?
It's also very common to see Sledge's face now as well. I believe this was originally revealed in the
Alright, Sledge looks like an idiot.
first Invitational cinematic, and since then we have received plenty of headgear.
No
showing
aura.
off his
Sledge
face.
has no
He's
aura.
appeared in numerous CGI animations as well as the anime ones, and yeah, just like a lot of the other operators, Sledge is quite a popular character in the story. He's quite iconic, and so they like to show off his face when they do get the chance.
No aura.
However, although they've liked to show off the face of many of the other SAS operators, Mute is an
Has Mute's face ever been shown?
operator whose face we simply have never seen. And
Holy fucking aura. Holy aura. They've never showed his face ever.
SAS operators, Mute is an operator whose face we simply have never seen. And who knows if we will see
Bro,
his
Mute is dead ass like the Darth Vader of this game.
face at any time in the future. He has never received a headgear which has even come close to removing his mask, since that is a big part of his character with the sort of cross going across it, signaling the mute symbol. So it will be very interesting if we ever do get the face reveal for mute, because I know a lot of people are waiting for that. And that is all the operators who were in the game at launch, and after this point there is a lot of operators who just launched with their faces revealed. However, there is still a good amount who had their face hidden and eventually revealed as well, but we're going to kind of speed run through a lot of the more simpler ones which have some equipment covering their face, and basically just give you a better look at their faces. So we have Frost. She had a mask and beanie on. Her release.
Okay, totally unrelated to everything that's happening in this video. How was this a kill?
We're going to kind of speed run through a lot of the more simpler ones which have some equipment covering their face, and basically just give you a better look at their faces. So we have Frost. She had a mask and beanie on. Her elite skin gave us a proper look at her face without any equipment on. It wasn't much of a surprise since we already seen a bit of her face, but it's still pretty cool to see her without the gear on. Buck had his face revealed since the start. Valkyrie pretty much as well. She does have a headscarf on, and we've seen headgears without it. Blackbeard, we've seen what he looks like without a lot of his equipment on as well. Capital wasn't really hiding much either. Kivera does have face paint on, so we have seen headgears with her without the face paint on, giving us a better look at her face. Mostly every headgear for Echo has a mask covering his mouth. Honestly, the only ones who don't are the Yakuza ones, and at the end of the day that is still Echo's face. He just has the facial hair to match the Yakuza characters. When it comes to all these crossover skins, by the way, they aren't making those crossover characters into these operators. The operators are just dressing up as those characters. So when we see Echo's full face as one of the Yakuza characters, it is still Echo's face at the end of the day. He's just basically in cosplay. Habana's face, it was never a mystery. We can see her with plenty of different head.
Yep. Use my face as a toilet.
Gears, especially with the hood down. Jackal, we've seen him without his big headpiece on with his elite skin, though he does have goggles on. There's plenty of headgears for Mira where she doesn't have her helmet on either. Same goes for Legion, Ying, Ella, Zofia, Dokkaebi. All those
Okay, bro, get to Vigil.
operators never really had their faces hidden at their launch, and there has been headgears which has taken the gear away from them. However, next up we have
Maybe the most aura ever. I don't think they've ever shown his face.
Vigil, and Vigil is a very interesting one. So in the game itself, Vigil has never received a headgear which shows off his face. However, in early concept art, there is a render which does show off his face a decent little bit, and in one of the anime trailers, this was the one for Aruni's arrival into the game, we do get to see Vigil's entire face, although it is in anime form.
That's how Vigil looks? No fucking way they revealed it in an animation. Bro, I wish Ubisoft chalked the animation and did like the movie cinematics for everything. Like the ones they've been doing.
We are yet to see an actual in-game headgear showing off his full face or a CGI render. You do still get to kind of see the outline of Vigil's face
Damn, I actually didn't know Vigil's face got revealed
on his portrait. However, it is something that we can pretty much work out, and we have been explicitly shown it in the anime trailer itself. They honestly now might as well just make a headgear showing off his face anyway, since we know what it looks.
Bro, that would do like numbers. Bro, if they made a Vigil Elite, the current Vigil Elite sucks. If they made a Vigil Elite with his headgear, like that'd be so sick. Like his face.
Sorry. Finka does have a mask, but you can still see her face, and we've seen her with headgears without it, as well in CGI without it. Lion is one of the face reveals, which everyone probably has seen.
What about Nook?
His Resident Evil headgear. Of course, once again.
Holy Mog. Lion Mugs.
This is still Lion's face. He's just dressed up as Leon Kennedy, but it's still his face. We've seen it in the Wolfguard headgear for him as well, and he has appeared in numerous CGI animations, both in Rainbow Six Extraction and Rainbow Six Siege, showing off his face. So yeah, he's one of the operators which you're honestly more lucky to see him with a mask on than a mask off. Following the trend of operators wearing some gear, but you can make out most of their face, we've seen what Alibi looks like with most of her gear off her headgear. Maestro, you can make out pretty much all of his face from his default.
God, that looks so bad, that mohawk.
Same with Maverick, Clash, Kaid, Nomad as well.
Talk about Nook, bro.
Look is once again the same. Mozzie is a very interesting one. Of course, a lot of his face was hidden when he first came out. He of course has the biker helmet on as his default, but he has since had multiple headgears which do show off his face, and he has appeared in some of the CGI animations as well, and he looks equally as cool with his headgear on as he does with it off. Warden of course has most of his face shown off as his default, but next up we have Nook. Now Nook is a very interesting.
There's no way they've ever done a face reveal of Nook.
interesting one because most people will probably believe that we haven't seen her face. And in game, that is the case. She has no headgear which shows off her face. There is one that does show the outline of her face, but again, there is nothing fully revealed there. However, in the concept art which came...
No way. That's Nook?
along her launch, we do kind of get a proper look at her face. Especially when you turn the brightness up on one of them as well, it does properly
Wait, Nook's fucking fine? Wait, what?
show what she looks like. So honestly, her face isn't...
Is that Nook again? No, that's gotta be like Kavera.
A massive mystery, and especially since her identity is a big talking point going forward in the story, of course, I think we are definitely going to get a headgear which does have her...
Dude, oh my god, that's Nook? Bro, why do they do all the face reveals of the cool operators in the animations?
face revealed, and
They should do it in the movie cinematics.
Most likely be her elite skin. So yeah, I kind of see her in the same case as Vigil, where they are technically hidden, but not really, and we already kind of know what they look like, and hopefully we get a proper headgear soon. Now, after Nuke, most of the operators that released didn't have anything on their headgears at all. We had Goyo, Amaru, Kali, Wamai, Ayana, Oryx, Melusi, all of them had their faces fully revealed, but we do get to Ace, where his face is partially covered, and his face has been since shown off in some of the comic books. He's appeared in the animation where he's talking alongside Osa, and of course he does have headgears in the game itself which does fully show off his face, especially his elite headgear. So although his face was never really a massive secret, you could see most of it under the mask, it is still pretty cool to see what he looks like without the gear on. Again, Sam Fisher and Aruni had their faces fully revealed as a default, and of course Sam Fisher's face isn't really that much of a secret. Flores does have glasses and a hat on, but we've seen him in the comic books without any of that on, and again he's just wearing them as accessories rather than trying to conceal his face. Thunderbird has a big helmet on, but there's a headgear where she just doesn't have that helmet on at all. Osa and Thorn had their faces revealed to begin with. Azami does have a mask.
No, Azami got face revealed. Oh, Azami. Destroy me. Destroy my life.
Mask on, and although we don't see any headgear without the mask, we can see on Harry's board when Azami was...
Whoa! Wait, what is this?
Azami does have a mask on, and although we don't see any headgear without the mask, we can see on Harry's board when Azami was first originally being teased, where we can make out most of the rest of her face, and honestly the part of her face which is covered on the passport is the piece which is revealed in her headgear, so you can kind of put those two together and make out her full face. Grim of course had his face revealed since the start as well, and there's also a headgear where he isn't wearing a hat. Solus is quite an interesting one as well, although she is quite new and doesn't have any...
Solus has never been revealed, I don't think.
Headgears with her face revealed. We do actually get to see in her comic book her without any headgear on, and we...
Is every siege operator just a baddie? Oh my god. Solus kicked me in the testicles.
We just get to see what
she's so fine. Bro, how did I miss all this?
she looks like normally. So again, they were never trying to hide Solus's identity. It is just the fact that her goggles and headgear is part of her gadget, so it made sense that they released her without her face revealed. But the comic book which they released just a few months after the season launched confirmed what she looked like anyway. And of course the final two operators are Brava and Fenrir, both of which launched with their faces revealed. And so that is the face of every operator in Rainbow Six Siege. As it currently stands, there is only 3 operators' faces we haven't really seen at all, and that is of course Mute, Jaeger, and Tachanka.
Holy aura. Well, now we've seen Tachanka. So Mute and Jaeger just have like supreme aura? Well, and now Deimos.
And you can also see a trend as the seasons went on. A lot of the operators' faces were already revealed as a default, or if they weren't revealed as a default, they have since been revealed anyway. I think this is just because it's easier to market these characters when they have faces. You know, compare a lot of these operators to just default soldiers you get in other shooter games. I just think that Thatcher, as his face revealed, has a lot more personality.
Yeah, like, it's definitely cooler when they revealed operators, but I think they should keep some operators, like, totally hidden. Like, I like that idea. But W video, bro, go sub to this guy, Kudos. This guy's a good-ass YouTuber.